Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're reading and I hope you're enjoying what you're reading. And just as a reminder, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. And also make sure you get reminders. Turn on your reminders so that you get reminded when I post a new video. And remember that I have a bookshop.org affiliate. So if you're in the States or in the UK, you can have a book ship from a local bookstore, and you can support a local bookstore in your area. I don't care what book you get; you can get the one I'm going to talk about. So, anyways, yeah, the book is The Golden Spruce by Vaillant. I'll read the back and we'll get to it. When a shattered kayak and camping gear are found on an uninhabited island in the Pacific Northwest, they reignite a mystery surrounding a shocking act of protest. 5 months earlier, logger turned environmentalist Grant Hadwin plunged naked into a river in British Columbia's Queen Charlotte Islands, also known now as Haida Gwaii, towing a chainsaw. When his night's work was done, a unique Sitka spruce, 165 feet tall and covered with luminous golden needles, teetered on its stump. 2 days later, it fell. This, I assume, is a rendering of the golden spruce on the back of the jacket cover that I have. On a previous jacket, I had you had a picture of it on the front. Instead, you have a photo of Grant Hadwin coming out of the water. It's a relatively short book. I believe I gave it a 2.5. I was not particularly fond of this book. I felt that he could have spent far less time. He goes into quite depth about the the two main industries that defined British Columbia for a very long time. And the first one was the sea otter trade, which is very interesting. And the other one is the lumber trade, or the timber trade, or whatever people want to call it. The forest felling trade. And he goes into quite detail about both of them. And how when the sea otter population declined enough that it wasn't worth for the European traders to kill the sea otters, they found money in the timber trade. Namely, they used it to rebuild their ships and do patches and to do that sort of thing. And goes on to talk about how Europeans had basically squelched their own wood supply. So where you see nice nice farms in England and rolling hills were once covered in forest. And same thing goes for Spain. Where you have desert, you once had forests. And same thing goes for most places in Northern Europe. And it's a really interesting book. Nonetheless, my main qualm is we spent about half of the book describing this. Now, somebody might appreciate that. Me, not so much. I think partly because I had read it before and I kind of knew what I was getting into, but I had forgotten the whole story. I wish he had spent maybe 3 chapters on the lumber trade and the otter trade. and gotten into the Hadwin story a little bit sooner. Let's just say that. And not to say it's a bad book. It actually won quite a number of awards. It won, I believe it won the nonfiction Governor General's Award. Unfortunately, my book club sticker is covering up that sticker. I cannot remember, probably about 2000. This book was published in 2006, 2005. So it probably won in 2005, 2006, somewhere in that time frame. Probably 2006 or 2007. So it's about a 20-year-old book. I have not heard of any since Hadwin disappeared, I think in 97. It was 97 or 98. They still haven't found him. My guess is at this point he's dead. Or he has such a new identity that they can't even figure out who he is, because almost 30 years on, he would have shown up somewhere, you think. It's possible also that he could have drowned. And that his kayak was bobbing. And it may have been a purposeful suicide. Who knows? It may have been a purposeful drowning. This book goes into his own mental health struggles and a little bit. And that's about it. And they talk about his mental health struggles. They talk about how he changed from being a logger to being a environmentalist, and it talks about his crazy ideas and stuff. How things he were doing were very, very rash, that weren't like him. But in all, it was not my favorite book. And I get the joy of expressing that at a book club meeting sometime soon. But I don't know. It just didn't strike me. It was a slow read for me, in other words. Much slower than, say, even Book of Negroes was. Even though that was double the size of this book. This book is about 250 pages. Book of Negroes was 450. So that one's quite a big book. This is not, but it read very slow. And if you like Into Thin Air, I think you would like this book as well. Just was not for me. And I just felt it was very slow. Anyways, that was The Golden Spruce by John Vaillant. I think that's how you pronounce it. If you want to pick it up, you can. You have every right to. Anyways, before I go, remember to, if you liked what you've seen and heard, please subscribe. The more subscribers I can get, hopefully we can get paid for this thing a little bit. Remember, if you want to pick up a book, remember Mother's Day and graduation are coming up, and you can buy through my bookshop.org site, and it will kick back a little bit of money towards me to maybe investing in some things for the video. What else? I think that's it for the time being. Remember to follow me on the socials that I have placed in the description, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.